Today, we'll examine the Middle Ages. Geography. Geography played an important role in shaping how Europeans lived. Europe is a continent. It is a very large peninsula with water on three sides. As a result, most of Europe is within 300 miles of an ocean or a sea. The bodies of water and landforms. Europe has many oceans, seas, and rivers that help Europe's economy grow. Oceans, seas, and rivers provide transportation. They made it easier to trade. They separated some areas, and they provided protection. Mountains, on the other hand, separated some areas, like what we studied in ancient Greek civilization. Europe in the Middle Ages. The Middle Ages were from 500 to 1500 AD. It was a time between ancient and modern times. It is also known as the medieval period. It was a time of great changes in Europe, and much of this time period was inspired by the Christian Church. A time of change in Europe. When the Roman Empire fell apart in the late 400s, the people of Europe were left without a single dominant government to unite them. Remember, there was no strong leaders, so Europe broke into many small kingdoms, and these kingdoms were basically protection from the invaders from the outside. Each kingdom had its own laws, customs, and language. This Europe was very different from the past. Importance of the church. Religion united the people of Europe, and nearly everyone in Europe was a Christian, so they were united by their belief in God, which is monotheism. Over time, Christians in Europe increased. Religion made Europeans feel more part of a single religious community. With religion being so important, the Christian church had a great deal of influence on society. For example, it influenced politics, it influenced art, and it influenced the daily lives of the Europeans. The church and politics. As the Christian church gained influence in Europe, some church leaders became powerful. They gained political and religious power. The Pope was head of the Christian church. His decisions had huge effects on the lives of the people. One pope decided to start a religious war or a crusade against the church's enemies in Southwest Asia. He wanted the Europeans to take over the Holy Land, the region Jesus had lived. For many years, this region had been in the hands of the Muslims. The Crusades. Thousands of people answered the Pope's call for the Crusades. They traveled thousands of miles to fight the church's enemies. This crusade was the first of 8 attempts by the Christians to win back the Holy Land. In the end, the Crusades did not drive out the Muslims from the Holy Land. However, the Crusades did lead to changes in Europe. In their travels, they brought back new goods, were brought back to Europe from their travels, and they were able to gain new ideas also.